Hello, everybody. Ndimadekwana Abudi. It has just gone 7 o'clock, and a promise I make is a promise that I keep. I told you that I'm going to be in conversation with Tholi Elinye. So I'm going to get my headphones together here so that we can make sure that the sound is 100%. Give me a wave. Let me know where you are joining in from this evening. Let me know how your day has been. Let me know how you are feeling about the release of Tholi B's brand new single that is going to be coming out soon. Hello, Kenneth Rendani Ndoribua for the wave. Hello, Donald. Hello, everybody. Welcome to it. We're going to wait for a lot more people to join on, and then we'll get tonight's conversation going. Hi, Sibo. Hi, Amy. How you doing? Hulisani Ravele, and this evening it gives me great pleasure to be in conversation with one of my friends who I really, really admire from a work perspective, a life perspective, and just when somebody's just a general nice guy. I mean, honestly, what can you fault about Tholi B? I'm super excited that he is back to making music, one of the things that he does really, really well. And yeah, looking forward to seeing what he has to share about his upcoming project. Like I said before, I add him onto our conversation. Give me a wave, give me a hello, hi. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Thumbs up. Are the earphones working? Are you happy? Are you also sipping on something nice? Because, it's been a long day. It's been a long week. And we all deserve to have some grown-up beverages come nighttime. So I'm guessing nobody's complaining about the sound, which means that everybody can hear. Hello, Masitine. How you doing? Hello, Miss Farah. Thank you very much. Giving me a thumbs up, saying that the sound is working and everything is good. Now, for those of us that know Tholi B from way, way back, like, I don't know how many who are watching the stream today remember the days of YFM when that B used to cause so many problems. It was like Tholi P for bazooka, Tholi P for the bomb, Tholi P for bangene, Elinye. So before I add Tholi, I want you to comment here. You see, Miss B knows exactly what I'm talking about. Miss B _ Pagati. Please comment below with what you remember or what the B for you stands for in Tholi B. I got one that came through from Miss B. She says, Tholi B Zozo. Uli day one. Miss B, Uli day one. You remember him from back in the day. What were other ones? I definitely remember Bangene, Bangani, Tholi Bazooka, Tholi. Which one? Oh, come on, you gotta help me so that I can remember. And MK says, Nto entinang. Where? Be a Tholi B scoutina, babes. Scoutina. Yep, William backing me up on that one. Antroki are Tholi bands. Tholi Makai. Yes, I remember that. Oh, wow. Do you also remember that he presented the show Bakai? He did, right? I'm not getting that twisted. That was him. All right. So, like I said, thank you so much for joining us this evening, for making time. Tholi Bosom Buddy. I'm not sure I remember that one. Okay, let me add the man of the moment onto the call, and then we can get going with tonight's conversation. This one's going to be different from how I usually host IG Lives. I'm going to let your comments go throughout the conversation. So please feel free to, show Tholi some love, ask any questions, and I will throw them in between my questions. So let us get Mr. Tholi blessed. I see here somebody saying it's Tholi blessed on the line. Let me search for him. Nazu. Why is he not showing? Is he not watching our live yet? I mean, this is awkward. Tholi B, if you are here, please give me a wave and a hello, hi, because I'm searching for you in my Go Live with, and I cannot see you. So drop me a wave, so that I can see that you are on the live. Hello, King Bash. What it do, baby? Oh, Batung. This is going to be a good night. Miss B saying, please, man, guys, this man made me fall in love with radio. I'm screaming. Miss B, trust me, he made a lot of us fall in love with radio, and that's why we're still here. Because when you heard that, you're just like, yeah, our favorite man is on the radio. Okay, let's see if he is on now. There he is. Welcome to everybody that's just joined us. Yes, Tholi, now I see your wave. Hi. Now I see your wave. Hello, Mr. Tholi. Back,
Hey,
Tholi. Back it up, Tholi. Benz, Tholi. What did that one say? Booze and party, Tholi. Yo, man, the list is endless, right?
endless. It's Tholi Banyana, Tholi Pia, Tholi Bugala, Tholi Bazooka, Tholi Vagala, Tholi Pizozo, Tholi Back.
Yes. How are you doing, Mr. Radio?
I'm very good, eh? I'm very good. I'm alive. I'm in good spirits, and yeah, all smiles really. Looking forward to
Yeah.
a couple of years or so.
Cool. I mean, before we get into the music, let's just reflect on the moment and where we find ourselves in life as individuals and under general. The lockdown period and COVID-19, this whole pandemic has really, I don't know, it's shifted a lot of us in good ways and in bad ways. What's the impact been on you?
Oh my. For me, it's in a couple of folds. One, I actually quit my job in Feb, right? A very good job, and I started my own business in March, beginning of March, and 25 days later or so, the country was in lockdown. So you can imagine what that was like.
You kind of like chose the wrong time to leave, but
It was a rude awakening. But everything happens for a reason, I was ready for whatever could have happened. Obviously, no one would have foreseen this happening, really, in all honesty. But yeah, I was ready for whatever could have happened. I think there are some positive to come out of it. The business got some work during lockdown. I actually spent a lot of time talking to family. My mom and my sister in Venda. I'm in Joburg. Actually, I must tell everybody this. I got on a WhatsApp video call for the first time with my mom.
Wow! Really, really, we were locked down. When was she going to get here?
No, it's just a normal call, right? So anyway, I'm like, let me try and do this. Was this not my mom on the phone there trying to hold my face? Oh, no. That was pretty cool, right? That was pretty tough. Very close with my mom, but also more than anything else, I had time to really think of what I want to do from a business point of view, what I want to do with my brand, what I want to do from a family point of view. And yeah, I think the time, although it was unwarranted in many respects, in all honesty, I think it did give me some time to think of what I really want to do with my life. And I think I finally answered a lot of questions that I've had.
That's dope. Tholi beef stew. Somebody threw that in there. So guys, please feel free throughout this whole conversation. Just keep throwing me a different beat that I can throw at him because these are all his names. Tholi
I
beef
hope
stew.
you don't mind. I hope you don't mind. I am having some wine. I hope you don't mind, eh?
I mean, I'm having a cup of tea, so
We don't know what to say. We really have no idea.
Tholi, whether you can see the steam or not is not my problem.
All right, TDs.
Thank you very much. Now you've not made me lose my train of track. Where was I? Oh, I wanted to know. A lot of people are like, where have you been? Like, obviously, recently you've made kind of like a full comeback on the airwaves where we can hear you on Power FM on Saturdays. But before that, it's almost as if there was Tholi B YFM, there was Tholi B 947, and then people were like, where is this guy? I saw a lot of people tweeting saying, oh my goodness, this guy's still here?
Yeah, no, certainly. And I get that quite a lot. As you said, it's almost like there are these stages of Tholi B that happened, and some of the stages you're sort of out of sight for some of the people and all that kind of stuff, right? But ultimately, it's all been on radio. It's all been doing what I really love doing. So from YFM, as you rightfully say, I went to 947. When I went there, it was still IFL stereo.
Leave us, please. We progressed.
I went to Hi-Fi Stereo 94.7, 947 now. I had lots of fun there. I was there for about 3 years or so, after about 6-7 years on YFM. and I wanted to try my hand in radio management. You know what I mean? I became a radio executive at MSG. So what had happened was I then moved provinces altogether, right? So from 947, obviously I'm still in Joburg. I moved provinces altogether. I go to Limpopo, back home in many ways, really closer to mom. Climate I'm used to. I grew up in. I know, and growth, a lot of growth, because obviously being a DJ, a musician, being a behind the scenes kind of person, behind the mic and all that kind of stuff is completely different from being a radio executive, you know. And I got to learn all of that when I was station manager of Capricorn FM, which is a commercial radio station in Limpopo, for those who don't know. But
please, can you say in the progressive province of Limpopo? We can't forget progressive.
In the progressive province of Limpopo, you know, we don't want to hear, oh, it's some small station, oh, it's a community. No, it's a proper commercial radio station in the progressive province of Limpopo, back home. So I was there for over 3 years, and I came back to Joburg, in fact, about a year ago. So in November last year, 2019, I came back to Joburg, but still under MSG, doing the creative hub at MSG Group Sales for both Power 98.7 and Capricorn FM, and I was there for before I then decided to start my own business. But ultimately, you sort of it's different roles, isn't it? I mean, you're still doing what you love, you're still within the industry, but you're just playing different roles, and some roles are more in front of people than others, you know. And playing was really at the back, and I really enjoyed every single moment of it.
I saw a comment here from Presley saying, yo, cannot wait to hear the music. And I guess that is exactly why everybody is here on this IG Live, to talk about the new music, to hopefully hear the new music. I saw some tweets saying, I mean, you played a 15-second clip, Hulisani. Are you going to play the full song on IG Live? Relax.
It's on you.
I will play it if I want to play it, when I want to play it. All you need to do is keep watching. So like Presley said, can't wait to hear the music. Let's talk about Tholi B, the producer, because I think a lot of people, they don't marry the two worlds together. Yes, you know, you're in radio, in front of the mic, behind, but they don't always connect that this guy has been making music. It's not a today thing.
Yeah, no, certainly. So the thing about me is most people don't even know that I started in music before I was even on air. I started as a mix DJ before I was even on air, you know what I mean? It's just that the on air obviously took over very quickly, you know, from literally the first week I was on air, it took over like wildfire, you know. And I guess I did man it and spend a lot of time on it than the other stuff, but ultimately I'd gone years and years doing music. I mean, even when I was at school, I don't know how much money, like, you know, I don't know how my mom did, I don't know how much money I spent doing demos, you know, like going to like weird studios in Florida, in Yeovil, you know, and doing demos like for like, you know, a lot of money and nothing coming out of it, and wanting to learn a lot more about it. I actually studied music as well. I studied sound design, music, and management. So music has always been that's what I studied. You know, I studied with Cleo, with Double HP. I studied with a lot of the guys who are today either producers or they own, you know, record labels, or they've done their own music before. Proverb, we studied together. So that's what I studied as well. So it's what I know, you know what I mean? So if you know straight after high school that this is what I want to do, surely, you know what I mean, there's some sort of a purpose that you might only recognize the purpose much later in life, obviously, because not everything comes as and when you want it, right? But I used to rap. you think I'm playing though? So no one's 2020, so no one's gonna make me rap today. But
please.
Huli, Iman. I used to be in a group of Ozone, right? Which I started with the guys when we were at school. And I used to the ozone stuff. I used to produce the stuff. Obviously, we write our own stuff as well. And we actually had our first album, which was even out, must have been 2003 or something like that, you know. It came out, we met at school, we recorded most of the stuff at school because we were doing sound engineering and music. So we had the studios at school, you know what I mean? So we recorded everything there and we released the album a bit later. We had a second album coming out. I had a record label. This is all before YFM, by the way. I had a record label called Empire Records, which are co-owned with Schluter. Most people would not Schluter.
Schluter the guru!
Yeah. So me and Schluter actually owned a record label together. This is way before YFM, you know. And we recorded with an artist called Mr. NK. NK actually had some nice hits, which was Kwaito music then. It's weird because I love all kinds of music. I mean, we produced Kwaito music when I was with a group from school. It was hip-hop when I was rapping. Schluter is a hip-hop DJ, but he's such a musical guy. His album was actually a house album that we worked on. We worked on an album, another Kwaito album. I don't know if you're familiar with an old guy called Uncle Phineas, you know?
With the hats. Uncle Phineas with the hats.
Yeah, you know. So we worked on Uncle Phineas's album as well. So this is, do you get it? So this is
you're a musical man, is what you're saying.
Way before radio, you know what I mean? So I did all of that way before radio. And when we were sort of working with Mr. NK and Uncle Phineas and them, it would have been, I remember the year because the following year, I think, is the year that Fresh and them left YFM, which was 2005, right? At that point, I'm still young. I'm thinking, this is out of reach, right? But yeah, so everything would have happened just around that time. And I also started mixing around that time. I also started being a DJ and going to clubs.
A DJ, yeah.
I mixed DJ, so I started doing that as well. And this is all before YFM. So and the fact that it's what I studied. I mean, when I was in post-production, so post-production is like, you know, I used to do editing, sound design and stuff for like radio ads, TV ads, documentaries, all that kind of stuff.
And some Foley.
Our own sound effects, Foleys and stuff, you know. It's quite a lot of work. You know, it's genius stuff. It's creative to do stuff like that, you know.
It is.
And then because I had the studio there, it was then easy to do all the other stuff that I wanted to do. And it's what I studied, it's what I love, you know. And at some point, when you do have something you believe is pure talent and a gift, and it can morph into a purpose in your life, you take the chance. You know what I'm trying to say? It's never too late. I mean, to take a chance like that, especially with something that's a gift and a pure talent, you know, a God-given, you know, it's never too late. Yeah.
Well, we are glad and we are grateful for all the music that you have blessed us with over the years, whether we knew it directly or indirectly. And for those of you that don't know, Tholi P is a fire hip-hop DJ. Like, listen here when I say it ain't a party until this man gets there. Completely. To the latecomers, Dimadek Wanawudi, good evening, welcome to you. I'm in conversation with Tholi B. His brand new single, La La Love, is what we're about to be talking about. We're just talking about his history in the industry and where music comes from. And the truth of the matter is this man has music running through his veins. Like, he drinks, eats, and sleeps music. And so we have a new project on the way. Let's talk about how the seed starts in your mind before we even get to the single and the fact that it's about to come out. Just the beginnings where you're just like, yeah, I think I'm ready to start working towards a full project that I want to release. Yeah,
that's an interesting one. You just mentioned now that, you know, I play hip hop, which I do, and I love all genres, you know. I actually started playing house. Then I got into hip hop and R&B, and I really fell in love. I just love music all around, right? Because I've also made all kinds of music. So I really fell in love with Amapiano. I think it was when I was at Capricorn FM. There's a guy who used to tell us about Amapiano all the time. His name is DJ Complexion. Like, he's like on the ground, you know what I mean? He knows everything.
Oh, complex.
I mean, he told us even as far back, I'm pretty sure it's 2016. He was like, guys, there's this thing happening here, and this thing is gonna take over, right? So I started listening keenly, and what I loved about the genre before we go to the song is the fact that you can treat it in so many different ways. The genre itself, right? You can put so many elements in the genre itself, right? Obviously, there's sort of Kwaito inspirations, there's hip hop inspiration, there's house inspiration. You can go deep, you can go party, you can go commercial, you can go soulful with it. There's just so much you can do. And it's not even a genre for one language per se or one style of singing. You know what I mean? So I really enjoyed it. And I think in the early days, I was just watching how it's going to evolve and whether the people who are making the music or the producers are going to see all of those things that at least I see and other people around me see, and whether they will take advantage of them and challenge themselves, you know what I mean, to put all the colors that you can possibly put in a genre like that, right? And a lot of people are doing it anyway, you know what I mean? A lot of people are really putting something different to the genre and having fun with it. So ultimately, when I came back to Joburg, so this would be last year, right? Last year in November, I came back to Joburg, and it was one of my nephew's birthdays. His 21st birthday. Petani. I wonder if he's joined us. Petani, are you here? Are you here? You know?
He'll give us a wave.
Give us a wave if you're here. So end of last year, I decided, okay, cool. So he's very good, right? He stays here with my sister, not far from me. He's a great producer, right? And this was great inspiration for me too. I knew that I wanted to find that balance again of being on air, being an executive, and being a mixed DJ again when I come to Joburg. But the making the music really got a lot of inspiration from him. You know what I mean? When I went and I listened to the stuff that he does, I actually ended up building him a studio in December last year. So we built a studio, and I said, look, he's going to school now, studying what I studied. I said, do your thing. You've got your own studio at home. Take your time and, you know, have fun. You know, I want to record stuff with you. I want to release stuff with you. Most of it will be for you because you're still much younger. You know what I mean? Most of it will be for you, but we'll find a way in which we can make it work. But only when you're comfortable and you want to do it, let's go, right? And he's busy working around. And I've got other young cousins that also do music. And then when all of that is happening, they also come and say, we want to do something. You know what I mean? Would like to do something for you. Do you think that you can do something like this? And I said, yeah, I just got the inspiration. It's funny that you're coming now.
Let's do it.
Sort of end of last year. I just got the inspiration. So let's start doing it, you know? And literally, Jan, we start doing it. So the guys ask, obviously, so how do you work? Because everyone works differently, you know? Remember, I'm actually a producer, and I'm a writer as well, you know? I'm a songwriter.
So I feel like now you're just showing off. You're like, actually, what can I not do?
Oh, wow. Well, you're going to make a Benjamin blush right now. So
through all that darkness, blush, my brother, blush.
It's about to go green or blue, whatever color it goes when a Benjamin this darkness blushes here. About Jan, then I said, okay, cool stuff. So I've got sort of two groups of people I can work with. I got my nephew, we've got a studio here, got my cousin, we've got a studio here. And they really are all keen working with me, you know what I mean? And at that point, I'd already decided that I'm going to embrace whatever genre feels good to me in my heart. You know, it's not about doing what people want. It's not about people knowing me as a hip-hop DJ, because before then I was a house DJ. They might not have known, but I was, you know? So I'm going to do what's in my heart. And the genre really spoke to me, the range of the genre and everything I spoke about, right? So in Jan, so the guy says, so how do you work, right? How do you normally work? So they make a song without me at all, which I absolutely love, right? And then they say, oh yeah, by the way, we've already sort of released this one. We just wanted you to hear what it sounds like. You know, I'm like, you guys, you're playing games. So I said, but it's fine. It's perfect anyway, because I'd really like to write the music. I'd really like to come up with the concept so that there's me in the music, there's me in the singles, there's me in the songs, there's me in the albums, right? And it's not just one of those, oh, we produce a song for you, and then you go to a catalog and you choose a song and then you just put Tholi B featuring Hulisani, you know what I mean? Whereas you had nothing to do with it, you know? So I have to produce, I have to write, I have to direct, you know what I mean? The direction of the songs and all that kind of stuff. So in Jan, we recorded the first song. when we recorded it, it was called Nguwe Wedwa, ne? Or it is called because it's still around. We thought this is it. Also a Janos song, because they asked which genre. I said, let's do house or Janos, right? So they started with a Janos tune. We thought this is it, like proper tune, right? Big Robza, who is a massive composer, beautiful, great ear. He's my producer. And Easy T, who's a rapper, a writer as well, a producer. They'd worked on it, and we thought this is a song. I actually was ready to release the song in March, right? As with my business and everything, it's March. We're like, oh, let's release, and then lockdown.
Stop the party. I don't want to hurt nobody, but.
Oh. And we're like, okay, cool. We can still release the music, right? Because lockdown just means that, yeah, you can't be out there, but you can still release the music, né? Until we then said, okay, cool. So, but what do we want to do? We started asking ourselves, but what do we want to do? Is this just a single thing? Tholi, what do you want to do? And I said, no, I actually want to go for it. This is what I really want to do, you know? And in that first month, in March, April, my mind just got a lot more clearer. And I said, oh, cool. Here's what we're going to do. Let's at least record 4 or 5 songs. And then we have some sort of a catalog to choose from, right? The first song sounds great, but what if we get better songs? And the guy said, oh, cool, it's fine. You tell us the direction, you write the songs, and you give to us, and we'll see how to go about it. So I actually wrote all the songs that we've done so far. Obviously, the artists that are featured also co-write with you, because they will write the songs with you, they will write their verses and all that kind of stuff. But I always have, here's a strategy, here's what I want to talk about in the song, and here's the song. I wish I could play it now, but literally on my phone, I send them voice notes. The singing voice is not really there, but you get where it's going, right?
But, you know, you're sending the direction. We won't judge you. Clearly, you can't do everything.
I know, right? So yeah, I'll just send the voice notes and say, this is what I want. And I knew every single time I did that, even if my fuel is running at 40% or 30% of what this thing can become, they just take it and make it 200%. You know what I mean? And that's why I love them so much. All of it so far, all 5 songs we've done are recorded in Venda, back at home, in Big Rob's bedroom, you know. And he's just so amazing, man. The particular song that eventually is the first single, because there was a fight about that. You know, there was the first song, there was another song. Then there's another song that we need clearance for because we used a sample, but it's
a good headache. It's a good headache to have.
Out of this world. It is a good headache to have. And then after many months, because we recorded and we listened and we changed and we did all these things, after many months, we decided on a song. And the song is great. I wrote it, you know, with ideas of celebrating love, you know, all kinds of love, whether it be a partner, whether it be, you know, the love I felt under lockdown with my mom, going, you know, live with her for the first time, not even live, just on WhatsApp video for the first time. And, you know, she was telling me I'm fat, and I told her it's just the angle, you know, and then she wanted to touch my cheeks.
It's just the light.
You know, and the love of a best friend, of a child, you know what I mean? All those kinds of things, right? And that's what we wanted to celebrate. And as I said earlier on about the elements and the range of Amapiano and what you can do with it, then the question was, so what kind of Amapiano do you want to do? You know, it's all the same thing, but there are different ways to treat it, right? And I said, and I had to choose my own instrumentals and beats and all that kind of stuff that I thought would talk to me. Né? The song that we're doing right now, La La La, is, whoa, I mean, and the response has just been so amazing, and people haven't even heard the whole song. That's the thing. Like, people have heard about 15 seconds or 30 seconds of the song, right? But the instrumentation of it is so good. The production, I can't stress, the production is so good. It's got this deep, soulful feel about it, right? I call it the 360 song, and I'll tell you why I call it the 360 song, because it's got this deep, soulful thing about it. Someone was saying to me yesterday, it's like a proper great house sing-along song that where the BPM has been put down, right? But it's got Yano's elements in it, you know. So you can play it if you just want to be soulful on a Sunday. You can play it if you're in a club on a Friday night because of the arrangement of the song, you know.
Yeah.
You can play it if you just want to fall in love. You can play it if you want to dance. You can play it when you're taking a drive because of the instrumentation of it. The guitar, the guy called Timothy who played the guitar, it's played live, you know what I mean? And we were just like, here's some music. Just put some guitar for us for a live element feel, you know what I mean? And to just sort of elevate the sound that we already had. And it elevated the sound. The production is just
very musical, very musical.
Extremely musical, right? And that's exactly what you can do with a genre like this. It's really, I mean, there's literally everything from something that's very bassy and very basic to something that's very musical. And this is right up there with the stuff that's very musical. And all the chords, all the keys, like everything is well thought out, and the production is just on the next level. And even the machine itself really moves you before the lyrics even come in, right? And the lyrics, another thing about it is I wanted the song itself and the lyrics to mirror me and what I'm about, right? I'm Venda. I grew up in Joburg. I can speak quite a lot of languages. I can hear quite a lot of them. So culturally, beyond just my normal original culture, I'm also quite a diverse human being. You know what I mean? So in the song, there's actually 3 languages in the song. There's Chivenda, there's isiZulu, and then there's English as well in the song, right? And we did it deliberately because we wanted to celebrate all those things, right? It's really not about a language thing. It's not about a style of singing. We really wanted to celebrate all those things. But most importantly, I wanted me to be in the song, people to listen and know that.
And you're multifaceted, not only as a person, but in your abilities.
100%. So, and I wanted that to also come through on the song, right? And I think from the response, the reactions I've been getting so far, it definitely came through.
Okay, so I'm feeling the pressure now as the host of this live because Humoto is posting here. I also got a message from, let me just go back. Got a message from Flavored P saying, Hulisani, just press play. Tambe, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. From Twitter to Instagram, they're like, are we actually going to hear this song? So, I need to issue a disclaimer. I've got the song here. I think it's only fair that we hit play and we let everybody enjoy it, and then we can talk more about it afterwards. Mara, here's the disclaimer to everybody watching. I did a live a few weeks ago and I was playing a song, and then the live got cut because it said you are playing copywritten music or something.
Oh, all right.
So we're going to play it. If it gets cut, guys, you must come back. Okay?
Yeah, please. So we'll play the song, but if it gets cut, please do come back.
Yeah, let's come back.
Yeah. And
I'm so nervous.
No, let's play this while we're listening. Let's try and find a dance for it.
Oh, dance move. Okay, I'm gonna put this up because I don't even want you to hear it through my headphones. Is everybody ready? Please, can I see some fire emojis there? Some dancing yellow there, some yellow emojis there, because you know this is like when you're out live at the party and you're like, yeah, can I hear yeah? Before I press play.
All right, cool. Petty J. Hey, that's my nephew, official _ Petty J. Hold on.
Here it is, everybody. Can you hear it? Does it sound good?
Listen to the guitar.
Oh man, I'm gonna let it keep playing in the back, but that is wow, man. I feel like one of those people, you know, when they're like, and this is the first play ever
Yeah.
of Tony P's La 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 featuring Endo. Yes!
Yeah, I must talk about Endo, though. I must talk about Endo. She features on the song. Great young vocalist, great writer as well. That's the thing, right? Um,
Yeah.
she's amazing as a writer, amazing as a singer. And trust me, South Africa, and anyone else who's watching from wherever, this girl is really going to do amazing things. You know what I mean? She's really going to do amazing things. She got great producers by her side, great mentorship, and great people to direct it, push it. And a lot of people are asking about the dance moves. You don't have the dance moves yet, though. You know?
We will get to the dance moves. We don't have any yet, but I suppose that's the whole point of, right, being able to create something with other people. Where if somebody's got an idea for a dance move, you know where Tony is on Instagram, you know where to find him on Twitter. Drop a video and say, actually, I definitely think it needs to have a heart of some sort. Like,
Yeah, it
I
must
think
have
we
a
need to
heart.
keep that in, right? But we need to figure out, like, what are we doing? You know, like, what are we doing with this?
You know?
Yeah.
We'll get dance moves, you know. And as Woody said, anyone with a dance move out there, it's gonna be out soon. So as soon as you are able to get your hands on it, you know, make sure that you do. There's some videos we'll put up, obviously, you know, short clips of the music, and yeah, the dancing will come naturally.
No, I mean, Ketani says we've got 24 hours. They're not worried about dance moves coming
24
naturally.
hours.
They're giving you 24 hours to get this together.
What is not so about our hearts? We will be grabbing on our drinks as well. So
That is a very fair point. That is a very fair point. Everybody, please feel free to drop your comments. Let Tholi know what you think of the song. I think launching something new and when you bring something new to the world that you've kept so much to yourself for a long time, you know, it's like birthing a child. You know, it's something new. There's nerves. Will they like it? Won't they like it? Is it going to be a hit? Is it not? How do you in your mind get over all of that and just focus on this beautiful song, La La Love?
so the thing about it is, I actually did focus groups. You know, we did some research. We did sampling research where we did like 12 different focus groups. All in all, we did about 54 people. It doesn't sound like much, but it is much. It is quite a lot of people in a space of about 2 months or so. When you're sampling them all the music and asking sort of the right questions, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's like what we do in, you know, in radio, you know, when you do focus groups for radio and then you ask specific questions. So we did that, and we actually found that most people wanted this song. Not only did they think it was a great song, but they wanted it to be the first single, right? There is another song that people really
We can't be talking about songs, please. PG-18. It's that wine you're drinking.
people really liked, right? But they didn't feel like it should have been the first single, man. So these people felt like it should be the first single. Another thing is that we also asked people every time we played the song, or most times, I think about half the time, because we would ask different people different questions sometimes. We would ask them which song. We had 5 songs. We'd ask them which song would you want to hear again, and 100% of them said they want to hear this song again. So, and that for me talks to, especially earlier on, I spoke about how it's a 360 song, right? Now, a 360
Yeah.
song strategically is a song that um, you can dance to for the club or whatever the case is, but it's also a radio song. I think for me, with this song, it was important to make a radio song, you know, because there are some songs that
Yes.
are really radio songs, but they're big in the clubs. There are some songs that are radio songs, but you know, you probably don't really want to listen to them anywhere else, right? So it's about finding the balance, the 360 balance. And for me, I think the fact that people want to hear it again and again and again is actually quite a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
By the time they get tired of it, they've heard it enough. You know what I mean? It's done its job. As long as they want to hear it again, that's the most important thing. So
That's
whether
the
it's in
most important thing. Yeah. And speaking about wanting to hear the song again, you in the comments, you must behave, please. Now they're saying they want song to be a song. um, Speaking about wanting to hear the song again, everybody wants to know, when is this single dropping? I saw a comment saying I couldn't really hear it properly and I really want to hear it. Is it on YouTube? When can everybody officially get the song?
Yeah, so 100%. So there are different stages. I got different teams working on different stages of releasing the song and promoting the song and all that kind of stuff. And we envision that on the 23rd, which is next week Friday, so a week from now, almost 23rd. It should be out. But what normally happens? So the distribution has been done, right? But what normally happens with the different stores that distribute, they have obviously their own internal processes, and some of them, you know, they've got different periods that they take, you know what I mean, for the song to be on.
To get
So
something out, yeah.
I can't promise that all of them will have it on the 23rd, but certainly all the major digital stores will have it on the 23rd, which is next week Friday, and we'll keep sampling the people like the song throughout until then. And
Yeah.
yes, we'll put it up on YouTube as well, just so that you can actually get to listen to it, hear it, and start formulating those dance moves as well. You know, I think we should actually do that, so that by the time it comes
Yes.
out, dance moves actually that we can do. We know that the heart might work, might not work, you know,
Might not, but it's fine. You can hold your heart and your drink like this, because maybe you're saying you la la love the drink, you know? and then
yeah,
and then look, and then you bring it together, and then it's like your half, my half, right? It makes
uh,
one.
really.
We're
Yeah,
we're we're,
so
we're
yeah, so
creating.
next week it's definitely out. You should be able to stream it, download it, and listen to it from all the stores next week Friday on the 23rd. Comfortably. If there are any other stores that are late, then it will be in the following week, but it definitely will be available. And we
Yeah,
plan the video in the next 2 weeks or so as well. We don't really want to leave too much time.
in
It is
between, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to shoot the video the next week or two or so as well, so that we can get it to you on time as well.
Everybody that's watching this live, please, make some noise and head over to your Twitter, your Instagram, wherever it is. The hashtag is Tholi B La La Love single, so that a lot more people just also want to hear it and want to experience what it is that you experience. Before I let you go, and I think we'll definitely play the song again because IT didn't cut us. So basically, we're good. We're good. What does this song mean to you? What does La La Love mean to you? Earlier you spoke about how it's a song that you created and you wrote for lovers of all kinds, all kinds of relationship. But let's just talk about Tholi B, the man, and what the song means to you.
This song for me represents all the close people in my life because we all go through tough times, that in the tough times that I've gone through, I've always known who the people that really love me are. And I'm talking even my best buddy from high school, you know what I mean? I'm talking my mom, I'm talking my big sister, Shoni. I mean, like, there's just this thing, even now when I'm talking to her, you can't see I'm getting goosebumps, right? Just mentioning her name, and everything they've done for me. And more than anything else, believing in me and trusting that whatever decision I make, I can back it up. And then they trust me, and then they give everything without expecting to receive anything back, right? Because they're just giving to support what I'm doing, right? I've had so many people saying, "Oh, where have you been? Oh, you're not on radio anymore. Have you gone?
No, why?
Things tough." is whatnot. And I'm like, no, things cannot be tough when I have all this love that I have in my life. You know, first of all, I'm living a very comfortable life. But beyond that, even with the challenges that I get, I just have too much love in my life. And I see it every single day. You know, I see it every single day. And I wanted to celebrate that. And a lot of us go through that as well. A lot of us have got people, sometimes it's the person you least expect even that'll do something quite amazing. You know, it'll shock you. And you're like, what, you do this for me? And they'll say, yeah, I'll do this for you. You know what I mean? So it's those things. Then you start appreciating the things that people do. So you stop appreciating the things that people do. You start appreciating them. You know what I mean? And their being and who they are, and the fact that they go out of their way to do all these things, right? So that's what it means to me. You know, it just means to me that I'm surrounded by so much love, and I wanted to celebrate that, and I put it in words and instruments. You know what I mean? And in a showcase that I know is going to resonate with a lot of people in South Africa and beyond this summer and beyond that.
I'm so, so happy for you, Tholi. Like, the song is amazing. It is beautiful. It is, before we were doing this live, I was upstairs getting ready and I was playing it and I'm just like, yep. I think you even looked at me and you're like, you know the lyrics already? I'm like, yeah, you know, when it's catchy, it's catchy. What can we say? When you've made a beautiful song, you've made a beautiful song. And this is exactly what you've done here. Before I let you go, I'm going to let everybody else that's watching ask some questions, because, you know, it's not every day that they get this opportunity to have kind of like a one-on-one, well, via me, but you know what I mean, to either wish you well or to learn from you. So please pop your questions below, or you can pop them in the questions box over here. Let me have a look. There is a one already in there, which is mostly around radio, but I think I really want us to keep this conversation around the song. I want to keep the conversation around Tholi B, the musician, and just it's a, not that it ever died, Tholi, don't get me wrong, but it's like a revival of sorts, right? Does it feel like a homecoming for you?
It certainly is, and it does feel like that, because it's something that I grew up wanting to do, something that I had started doing even before everything else, and other things took over. It's a problem, and this is you know I say this with caution, but it's a problem for someone like me, who I really truly believe that I'm sort of multifaceted and multi-talented with so many different things that I can do, right? That you need to catch your head sometimes. You need to actually sit down and say, we need to concentrate on the things that we really want to do, right? Just because you can do it doesn't mean you must go ahead and just do it and then do 100 things and all of a sudden you're not considering all the things that you're supposed to be doing, right? So, so I needed to come back to it. So you're right, it is a homecoming. I needed to come back to it and remind myself. I mean, I was listening to my old stuff, all the stuff I was telling you about earlier on, the Ozones, the Uncle Phineas, the NK, stuff we produced with Schluter. I listened to all of that and I'm like, dude, you're so good at this. You know what I mean? Like, and I really want everyone who's watching here or you know, or who will catch this later, like if it's a gift, it's talent, if you're extremely good at it and you really, really love it, right? Even if some things took you away from it, or whatever the case is, or life happened, you can always come back. You can always do it. You know what I mean? The thing about it is, it's second nature. It's so natural, you know? I'll tell you one thing. I had some of my best friends in the industry and outside the industry, right, that I told I'm doing this. I'll tell you, no less than 14 of them told me, Tholi, when you said to me you're going to do this, I was scared, because I didn't know what it was going to come out like. I didn't know if it was some mediocre work. You know what I'm trying to say? Is Tholi B just jumping on the Yano's hype? What is happening, you know? And those are fair, right? And then I said to them, wait till I play you the stuff. Don't worry, I got this. I studied this. I love this. It's in my blood. It's what I know. It's what I want to do, right?
I took a chance.
Taking chances, you know. I'm taking my chance, you know. And only once they hear it, they're like, sure. You know, this is like next level, Janos. It's next level.
It's the real deal.
The real deal. And that's when you know that it doesn't, you know, it's second nature for me. It's what I want to do, and I'm glad I'm back. And you're not wrong at all by suggesting that. Look, it's a comeback of some sort, especially from a music point of view. It's a comeback even from an on-air radio point of view, because when you do spend time, you know, behind the scenes, when you come back, things have changed and people ask so many questions. But the thing is, I keep my pulse on it every single day, and it's in the blood. I can do it in my sleep, you know. So so it's good. I'm very good with it. I'm very happy I'm doing it, and I can promise. And I love saying this line here: I won't let you down.
That you won't, because Tholi Burrito, I must list all of them. Tholi Burrito, Tholi Bantwana, Tholi Business is Tholi back. All right, I got a question coming through from D saying, would you consider signing with a major? Of course, this song and your project is going to be released through your own company, which is Outward Production, right? So would you ever consider, you know, the majors?
It's not anything I've considered. What I have considered is certain partnerships from a publishing administration point of view, obviously. And yeah. I work with no less than 4 different businesses, young Black people who work with their own businesses, from own music businesses and production businesses and promotion, marketing businesses, PR businesses, you know. But from a record label point of view, I'm hesitant. I mean, never say never, but at this point, it's not something that I went with and something that I want to do at this point. And I don't know, knowing what I know and the kind of deal I will want from them, I don't think they'll go for it either.
You'll find that, yeah.
You'll find it attractive, you know, because of what I would want out of it and what record labels normally give, you know. I'll tell you something very interesting without saying any numbers, right? With the 3 artists I have right now, Big Robza, Endo, and Easy T, when I told them the kind of 360 deals that I've done outside, and they know them very well, and the kind of deal that I would do with them inside Outward Production, they were all shocked. You know what I mean? It almost looks like I don't want to make money, but I know that we need each other. We're a team, right? I also want them to make money. I also want them to have fruitful lives. I also want their careers to blossom. You know what I mean? And for them to
that's not usually what majors have first on their minds.
Not right. And someone will look back and say, "Hey, Tolig is cheap." I'm like, you know, so many percentages. But for me, it's what makes me happy. I sleep good at night, and I will still make enough for me. You know what I'm trying to say? And all the things that I want to do. So that's my approach. So a major right now, I don't think they will want to get into a deal with me either.
Yeah. I love that. I would make enough for me. Okay, you know, Musi, IG lives cut you off after an hour. So these next ones you must keep quick. Magzarito wanted to know the title of the song. The title of the song is Lala Love. So please, next week when you see it trending, you must be downloading and streaming and doing all the right things. There was a question over here. Brian Letsoho wants to know, would you play it on 947? Yes, I would. The sad reality is that Aki music manager, and Tholi knows very well that there are processes in radio. So I would play it, but it must go through processes to make it onto the show, right?
Yeah. And my team is working on all of those, sampling on all radio stations. So hopefully you get to play it soon as well.
Clive 1602 wants to know, are you focusing on Yanos only, or would you see a mix of different genres on the product or on the final project?
Yeah, we've done 5 tracks that are Yanos. We've done a track with a Kwaito sample that's like you're just gonna lose your mind when you hear it. But yeah, there's there will be variety in there depending on how soon we take it out as an EP or a full album with like 12, 15 tracks, right? Because of variety at a later stage, but ultimately anything house, dance, Yanos, we can put there.
Tembe wanted to know, please explain the process that goes into making soulful piano.
I think more than anything else, I said this a bit earlier on, you got to have it in the heart, right? Because it's got to be some sort of a natural thing to do. And I think with someone like Big Robza, the person that I work with, the producer that I work with, it's got to do with understanding soul music, and then you zone into the elements, right? Because piano, even the bass that you use on piano, it's the same bass, but there's a different way of treating it because you're treating it with a live guitar that's been playing. The keys that you're playing, you know what I mean? There's a story that the keys are telling, more than just move your body. There's something that hits the heart and more than just the body or the movements of the body or the reaction of the body, right? So it's all those things that go into it. And then you come to the lyrics as well. Lyrics play a major role
Yes.
when it comes to making soul music.
Rufuno luyamangaza.
I mean, like,
Ungadlali ngothando.
you know what I mean? You know, so the lyrics will also play a major role in the direction of the song. But ultimately, the elements that you lay before that, the live guitar that we laid, the keys that we laid on the song, the lyrics that we laid on the song, they all directed this whole soulful thing. But we also know a lot of soul music and a lot of sort of soulful house and deep house music, and it was easy for us to get into it.
Hey man, the people are calling it the Yanos that went to private school. It reminds me when you'd go home in December for the holidays, Vendafi. Hey, one much you know, it's the Yanos that went to private school.
What about you, Kwacha? And what's that?
Nazino. Man, Tholi, this has been so much fun. Congratulations. Welcome back. So excited for you and all the best. As Matapelo_legacy saying, I think it's the perfect saying. We are your market, say. We are here. We are ready to consume the music. We are ready to just see you flourish and to welcome back, you know, Tholi Batate, Tholi back in the music game. We're super excited for you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And I just want to say to everybody who managed to come in here, thank you so much, Noribu Ngamanda. You know, you could have been anywhere really in the world, but you chose to be with us here today. So thank you so much. Thanks for all the feedback that's been coming through, the feedback that came through today. Work on those dances and tell us what we can do. It's coming through 23rd of October, next week, Friday, but we'll be posting more videos throughout the week until then, so you can get the song. And yeah, it really is the ultimate radio song. It's the ultimate summer song. It's the ultimate Sunday song. It's the ultimate Friday night song. It's a 360 song, like I said. And we had so much fun making the song. I want to say shout out to Big Robza, producer Big Robza, Endo, who's featured on the song, and Easy T as well. And obviously Petani, Penny J. Those are the 4 young people I've been working with. Shout out to you guys, and thank you so much. Make sure that you buy the music. You can support it whichever way you can support. Other than that, I will not let you down.
Tholi Bazooka! We are ready. We are ready. The song is called La La Love. It is featuring Endo. She is amazing. She is phenomenal. We must play out with the song. When the live ends, it ends.
Yes.
But at least I played the song for you. All right?
Yes.
So let me get this back on my phone. Here we go. 23 October, everybody. That's the date we all need to keep in mind. Let me put the volume up. Thank you, Oh man, guys, this will be so much fun. I'm sure Tony is going to post this live. I'm definitely going to share with him. But let's take it home, right? I want it.
Love. Love, 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 love,
Sing
love.
it, Tholi!
Love, 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 love.
La 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 la. La la
Love,
la
love,
la
love,
la.
love, love. Love,
Oh
love,
man,
love,
let
love,
me
love.
end this live before Instagram ends it for us. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. 23
Thank you.
October, La La Love. Tholi
Thank you.
B's brand new single featuring Endo. Be sure to stream it, download it. Please don't pagaza it, please.
Yes, please.
Because
Let's support each other.
that's not how we do things. That's not how we do things. Thank you for taking the time to join us, Tholi. All the best.
Thank you
We
so
are
much.
watching. We are listening.
Doriwang Amanda Kalazianga, and thank you. Thank you. Thanks to everyone. Thank you so, so, so much. Cheers.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.